Now, today, I want to talk to you about the number one reason that businesses do not succeed. And it's not the competition. The competition doesn't beat us. We beat ourselves. Why? Because of gravity. Now, gravity, we talked about in the last lesson, is when we hold on to the status quo beliefs about our past and use those beliefs to predict our future. The way we've always done it is the reason for the mess we're in, and I can tell you for a fact that gravity in all of my clients, gravity has been their number one enemy. So let's get into the lesson and talk about gravity, how you can find your own gravity, and how to defy it to soar to business growth. Let's take a look. So let's get right into talking about business gravity and how you can ditch it to soar. First of all, I want everybody to know that, gravity is not a bad thing. Don't feel bad about it. We all have it. We are all natural born gravity machines. Why? Well, it's wired into our DNA because we are learning machines. You see, we are trained to learn from our tiniest selves. We learn from our experiences, both successful and failures. We learn from our friends and associates, from our playmates as children, from our parents, from our mentors. In business, we learn from our experiences. We learn from the culture around us. We learn from our bosses. We learn and learn and learn again. And those experiences and that learning becomes beliefs within ourselves and within our businesses. Over time, those beliefs become knowns that we have to follow, and over more time, those knowns become status quo, or the legends that we follow. Now, you know what? That is a natural human behavior. But the problem with it is that those legends in our corporate cultures, our business cultures, become the gravity that holds us back. Why? Because as our markets move on and change and they're dynamic and adapting, we resist change and we hang on to our legends and our knowns. If you want to know a good example of gravity, think about a childhood belief that you were taught about yourself. Something that isn't true and yet you still hang on to. That's gravity. For me, it was that I was unworthy. I wasn't good enough. I didn't deserve anything better. And it took me a lot of years to get over that because I learned it and it was embedded in my DNA. Our business cultures aren't that different because as humans, we don't like to change. Change is all around us. Our markets are changing, our buyers are changing, our competitors are changing, our world is changing, the way we communicate is changing. And yet change is really scary and uncomfortable to us. Sure, we change in some easy ways. We may change our logo or our colors, we may buy a new office, we may buy new computers, we may have new staff. But what it comes down to is when we want to hang on to something, we hang on to our legends about our value, our businesses, our markets, and we wait until an explosion happens and we're ready to crash and burn before we change, and then it's a big bang, which is why change has such a bad rap. Our business legends become our safety zone, especially in tough markets. When everything is going to heck around us, we hang on to what we know and believe and what makes us comfortable. And I can tell you right now, growth doesn't live in the safe zone. Change is the anti-gravity. Over and over we'll talk about market leaders soar. Successful people soar because they continuously and consciously adapt to make sure they have the best value, the best market opportunities, and the best processes in their business. Now, so how do you begin to change? How do you begin to find your gravity? Well, ask yourself questions. For every one of the beliefs that you that you wrote down in lesson 2, I want you to ask yourself, why do I believe this is true? Where's the evidence that it was true today? Have I checked that evidence with any of the keepers of my truth, my customers, my partners, my unhappy customers, the people that didn't buy from me, all of those people? When and who? Who else could I go out to and get a fresher idea? Because I want to constantly bring in fresh ideas and perspectives because that keeps me from getting stuck in gravity. Now ask yourself, is there a better way? Have I looked for a better way? What are the other options? If I had a blank slate of paper right now, what would I think? I can tell you that for every belief you have, questioning will power your success. You may question yourself and find out the belief is absolutely true. That will power your success.
But you may also question yourself and find out that the belief is all about gravity. And now is the time to shift. So how do you find and defy gravity? Well, first of all, we said question every legend. But as you question those legends and those beliefs, shift your goal. Our goal usually is to prove ourselves right. I want you to prove yourself wrong. All of these exercises are designed to help you shift your perception. So, prove yourself wrong instead of prove yourself right. Gather a new set of associates, people from different industries, new customers you've never talked to, customers you have but that you haven't really talked to, and play Stump the Chump. Take one of your beliefs and stand up and defend it while they all ask you questions. You'll often find that that belief has very little foundation in reality today, and it's all about the way you've always done it. Also, ban the sacred cows. There's no such thing as a belief that can't be questioned. And I can tell you from personal experience that the tighter you hold on to something or the more you push away from something, the more likely you're dealing with gravity. So take a really strong look at those sacred cows. Now, another exercise to use is to shuffle the deck. And by this I mean we all perceive visually. So we all have ways that we present information. If we're looking at a forecast, we have customers down the left side and quarters or months across the top, and we fill in the revenue values. Shuffle that. Switch it. Put customers across the top and months down the side. It will force you to see things differently. And the whole idea of shuffle the deck is to change your desktop. Take the information you present and do it this way. Want to try it? Go to your Google or your Yahoo desktop or whatever you have and shift all your news feeds so they're in different places, and then come back and look at it tomorrow morning. You'll see it differently. And that's how you find your gravity too. Shift your information so that you can see it differently and perceive it differently, and you'll find new ideas. The key is to constantly be looking for new information about your value, your markets, your business, from all kinds of different folks. Foster change in your business, because that is the anti-gravity, and it is the key to business success. So now I want to talk about a couple of gravity beliefs that I see in a lot of my clients. First of all is, they're our best customer. You know, we are humans, so we fall in love with our best customers, especially the ones that we've known for years, and they're our friends, and they've always been good to us, and they tell us what we want to hear, so we go back to them. The problem is that big customers, our best customers, whether they're big or small, can often weigh us down. They keep us limited because they stop us from being creative in our thinking, and we follow them completely. We don't follow our entire base. We follow these 5, and if they're going that way, we follow them. The problem is we may need to go this way, and yet we're focusing this way because of them, and we lose our opportunity. They limit our vision. They may put us on the wrong path. Pleasing our customers, our favorite customers, can create gravity if we do it in only for our favorite customers. The key is balance. Get feedback from all your customers. Don't just look at your best customer all the time. Now, what are the questions to ask yourself about this best customer? First of all, how profitable is this customer? You know, many people will look at me and say, look at the revenue line on that customer. And when I dig in, I find out they don't make any money on that customer because they give away things. They give away revenue. They give away free services. They add more products in to get the customers to keep buying. You know, they add more products, whatever. You can't do that. You have to look at how profitable you are in a business. The other thing is, I want you to ask yourself, is this customer representative of my best customer today and in the future? Or are they a piece of gravity I brought forward from my past and I'm still following them because it's safe and it's comfortable? How much does this customer cost you to support? How much are you giving away? Take a hard look at it. The other thing to do is look at some comparisons. How profitable was this customer a year ago? How profitable are they today? How much did they buy a year ago? How much are they buying today? How much service did I give away? How much service did I give away today versus last year? Ask yourself those kinds of questions and make sure those best customers really are your best customers. Now, this is my favorite gravity. The competition has it, so we have to have it too. Stop following the competition. And by the way, beating the competition is not the point of business. The point of business is to succeed, and that's how you do it, is by serving customers. Competitive focus is a really, really dangerous thing because, you know what, it limits our creative thinking because instead of being with our customers, all of our customers, we're focused on these competitors and we're doing whatever they do, which puts us into this me too kind of thing. Competitors become the excuses when we lose. They had it, so we don't, so we lost. I hate to tell you this, but we don't lose to competition. We lose to ourselves. The other thing that happens when we follow competitors is they pull us away from our customers. Just like our very best customers can keep us from listening to all our customers, following the competition means we're not following a customer. And if we are following the competition, we're always stuck in me too thinking. And that is not distinct value, and it doesn't bring business success. So what do you really want to know about a competitor? First of all, go out and ask customers about them. Don't just go with your best customers. Go to your customers that work with the competition. Go to competitors' customers. Go to prospects that you know work with them. And here's the two things I want you to focus on when it comes to competition. What is their Achilles heel? What don't they do well? That's an opportunity for you can focus for growth, if you can do that well. The other thing is, what do they do better than anybody else? What's their sweet spot? Give it to them. If they already own it and they're the best in the business, don't go try to be a me too. Give them the credit and walk away. You'll look great to the customers, you'll look great to the market, and you can go focus on where they can't be, right? And above all, follow your customers. They lead you to growth. So, other business legends. Here's a list of other business legends. There are more and more. If you look in my book, Defy Gravity, you'll find business legend after business legend. And we all have them. It's okay. The key is to recognize whether they're true or whether they are weight and drag that are holding us back. So now here are some exercises for lesson 3. I want you to go on a gravity hunt. So for all of the beliefs that you wrote down in lesson 2, I want you to ask yourself the questions contained in this lesson, right? So I want you to ask yourself about that. I want you to look at the business legends, and I want you to see if there are others that you see are true in your business and ask yourself the questions. I want you to look all over and go on a gravity hunt. Use these tools. Ask yourself about your beliefs and write down all of the gravity that you find, especially the gravity about what you believe about your business value, about your company, about the products and their success, about what you believe about your markets and where your best opportunities. Write all that down. In lesson 4, we're going to talk about some gravity shifts in action with some real-world customers. And then in lesson 5 and 6, we're going to come back and use the gravity you found to be able to shift in your value and your markets to propel you to business success.